guys, what's up, Ministry, and you're watching CC Bookish, and today I'm doing something really unique. Well, not unique. I got this idea from Samantha over at Thoughts on Tomes. Yeah, I'll link her video down below in the description bar. But basically, I'm Konmaring My TBR. Essentially, that means I'm going to touch every single one of my books on my TBR, and I'm going to say, does this spark joy? And if it doesn't spark joy, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but one of my goals is to have a smaller TBR. Not necessarily small because I do like having options on my TBR, but I want to have a TBR where every single book on my shelf I just like want to pick up and read right now. Like if I could have the choice to pick it up and read it right now, I would. So I haven't been posting videos much lately, but I did just do a pretty hefty unhaul, maybe about 15 books, and I gave them away to my friends and my school because I really wasn't interested in reading them. So those are also gone, so I don't have any videos or pictures, I forgot. But these are just some books. These are the books that I still own that I haven't gotten rid of yet, but I'm going to be Konmaring my TBR right now. So very quickly, I'm gonna go pick up all the books, put them on my bed so you guys can see what they look like, and then we'll get started from there. Guys, so these are all the books you saw. I'm gonna count them really quick, just tell you a number beforehand. 32 books on my TBR right now, which is actually amazing for me because I don't know if you guys watched my TBR video, my TBR shelf tour. I'll link it down below in the description bar. But when in that video, I think I had almost 70 something books in my TBR. A nice number of books, and if you guys are interested in how I actually brought my TBR down so much, leave a comment down below in the description bar and I'll be sure to do a video on it. Before I continue making this video, I just want to make note that it's okay if you like having a large TBR. I used to really enjoy having a lot of unread books, but it's something that I realized I don't have space for. I don't like having books I'm not excited for on my shelf. So I think I'm going to get started with some of my books. And the first one I have here is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. And for this I started reading this on audiobook and I enjoyed it when I started reading it. But this edition, when I tried to read it physically, I hated trying to read from this. So I think I'm going to donate this and probably give it to one of my friends and get a better copy that I could read from. Like if you guys have a better edition somewhere and you know what the better edition looks like, just link it down below so I can check it out because I really want to read this book, but I cannot read it in this edition. The next one here is I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings by Maya Angelou, and I really want to read this, but as you can see, this copy has been through a lot and it's not actually my copy. So I think I'm gonna return this to my mother and pick up my own copy of her work because this has seen better days. The next one is The Folklore of Nova Scotia, and I'm just gonna keep this one because sentimental value. My dad got this for me, so I think this one's gonna stay in my collection. A Dance with Dragons by George R. R. Martin. It's not a question. I love Game of Thrones. If you could not tell about my Game of Thrones shelf, by my literal shelf of the Game of Thrones stuff that's like right there. Yeah, that one. The next one here is The Silver Witch by Paula Braxton, and usually I would have probably unhauled this if I had not read the first book in this trilogy or series called The Witch's Daughter that I read recently and I really enjoyed, so I'm gonna keep this because I'm excited to read this one. This one, Broken Circle, is when I read the back I'm interested in it, but like when I look at it this way I'm like eh. So I guess I'll like put this in the maybe pile. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. Like, I'm excited to read this. When I tried to read it, I didn't really enjoy it while I was physically reading it. So I think I'm going to give this a try on audiobook. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll unhaul it. So the next one I have here is The Odyssey by translated by Robert Fagles, but this is The Odyssey by Homer. And I read this in 9th grade, so about almost 4 years ago. And when I read it, I really enjoyed it, but when we read it, we only were able to read bits and pieces of it. And the bits and pieces I really didn't enjoy. So I think I'm going to keep this. I might not read this anytime soon, but I think this is a nice addition and I really like it, so I'm going to keep this one. The next two are by the same author, and that's Made You Up and Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, and I'm really actually excited to read both of these. So even though I'm not a huge contemporary person, I've been in a super huge contemporary mood. Well, not super huge, but I've been in a more contemporary mood after I read Her Butterfly Diary by B. Elmer Grew, and I have an entire review coming out of that, so be warned that like that's coming because it's amazing. The next one I have is The Walls Around Us by Nova Rensuma. I have no idea what this is about, and I really think I'm gonna unhaul it because I had this forever. But I'm gonna read the synopsis. I'm excited to read it, but when I see it on my bookshelf, I never gravitate towards this. I think I've had this for like over a year now, so this is gonna go in the maybe pile. Each You Give by Angie Thomas. I'm reading this. I just need to be in a better headspace to read this, but this is not a question. I'm gonna read this. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay. When I'm in my Harry Potter mood, I don't feel like rereading the entire Harry Potter series. Also ignore this one, Painted Thumb. I was testing out nail polish in the store, but I'm gonna read this because J.K. Rowling. Next one I have is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I just finished Air of Fire not too long ago, so this is coming up, but this is a hefty book. As you can tell, this is a chunker, so this is gonna take a little bit. So I'm just gonna put this off, but it's on my TBR. The next one I have is Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo, and I just hold this for my birthday, so I'm obviously gonna read this. Next one is Black Moon by Marina Russell. I'm gonna read this. I like this series. I have is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Heard amazing things about this, and I'm excited to read this. I just haven't been in the mood for it recently, so not yet. Scythe by Neil Susterman. I'm excited to read this. This isn't even a question. I'm keeping this. I'm so excited to read this. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to put this in my brain. Sleeping Giants by Sophia Nouvelle. Next I have Renegade Red and Shattered Blue, and I think I might, I don't know. Yeah, see, this is about Faye, and I'm like so down for Faye that I'm gonna keep these, but like they're gonna be on my main, like I'm put this in my main pile because I'm so down for Faye books, but I've had these since BookCon and I haven't even like looked at them a second glance. These two, I did a lot of work to get this book, okay? And like, I don't know, it's Faye. Like, Faye. Anything Faye, I'm like trash for, so this is hard. Like, I'm trash for Faye books. This one, I've heard some really good but mixed review things about this, and I've only had the second book, and I really have not had the urge to buy the first one. So I'm gonna unhaul this, and if I really do have the urge to read the trilogy, I'll probably buy it on my Kindle, or I'll just repurchase it because I'm not gonna buy the first book anytime soon. So it doesn't really make sense to me to keep the second book for this long. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Next one I have here is A Brief 57 Killings by Marlon James. This book is really intense, and it's about like Jamaica, and my family's from Jamaica, so I want to read this, but like this is intense. Like this is like real like raga like Jamaica. Like when you think Jamaica, it's like Jamaica. Like it's kind of like a lot. So I'm gonna like have this but this isn't right now. Like this is something I can't read right now, so I'm probably gonna like give this to my mother. Like I got pretty far in it. Like don't get me wrong, I got like decently through that audiobook I was reading it on, but I don't think I'm ready to read this right now because this is like a lot. Like, there's a lot that goes on in this book, and it's really good, but there's just like a lot that goes on. Okay, this one sounds super cool. Okay, so this like it's about Amish people, and one of the girls gets pregnant and she puts her baby in the oven, and like I'm just shook, okay, because this is like, what? Like, why would you put your baby in the oven? And the argument is kind of like Amish people are secluded from society, and like the police don't, like the regular police don't get involved in Amish affairs. So it's like, should the police get involved by the murder of a baby, or do they have to leave them alone? And it's like, okay, this one I picked up because Anansi, or Brother Nancy, is like a Jamaican, or like a really a Ghanaian folk tale, and like my mother used to tell me the stories when I was younger, and I love them, so I'm gonna read this because it's about him. This one's like a mystery thriller novel, and I don't really think I'm gonna get to it anytime soon, but like, can we just appreciate like the under the dust jacket? Like, it's a really pretty color. And it's the same color as my room, that's why I like it. Murder mystery thriller detective story, and I'm into it, but like I'm just gonna like live by. Here's Wicked by Gregory Maguire, and I actually watched Wicked the musical, and I really enjoyed it, and I heard some really good things from my friends about this book, so I might keep this one right there. I'm gonna keep these books, and before I unhaul the maybe pile, I'm gonna look through it again, and if I'm still like confused about it, I'm gonna do a try a chapter tag. So if you guys are into seeing that, leave down in the description bar below. Next one I have is Blue Like Me by C.S. Desire. And honestly, I picked this book up because I needed my book outlet order over $35 so I could get the free shipping. But it sounded pretty good. So this girl, she felt invisible to everyone in her life. And when she falls in love, it feels like the first time she's being seen. But the relationship quickly turns toxic. And I'm like so down for toxic relationship books. When they're done properly. Like when they're done where you know that this relationship is toxic and it's not a good thing. And I don't know, like I'm obsessed with those kind of books, so I'm like kind of excited to pick this one up. This one my aunt got for me because she said I like reading, but like this is like some real sexy time, like adult, and I'm like not down for that because like I'm 17. Oh, these two are just random mangas I picked up from Strand because I'm trying to get into more manga. This is about like a super warrior princess, cool and nonsense, and this is like literally teenage boohoo drama. I like him, but he likes her nonsense drama, and it's like I want to read them both. And I have 2 more of the series of Unfortunate Events books on my shelf, but I cannot read these yet because I do not own, like this is the 8th and 9th one, and I only have the first one, so I need 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7. So yeah, these aren't getting read anytime soon, and they're kind of beat up, but I think I might keep them. Actually, I might keep them downstairs for my little cousin because she's 4 right now, so she's not reading yet, but she's gonna start reading soon, and I'm gonna have some books that she can read, so I might keep these for her because they're super cute. And this one is The African Trilogy by Chinua Adichie, and I literally in my English 16 class right now that I'm taking, this is like, he's like one of the main people we talk about in that class because our whole class is like based on intergenerational relationships, and he writes a lot about that. And even before I started that class, I read the first book in the trilogy, which is Things Fall Apart, and I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to continue it. So this is like all 3 books in that trilogy and one little bind-up book. This one here is Trust Me, I'm Lying by Mary Elizabeth Summer, and this girl's really good at lying, and if she wants to like stay where she is in her school, she has to keep lying, but then those lies turn dangerous, and it's like I don't know, I'm kind of garbage for these kind of books, so I might keep this, but like I'm gonna put this in the maid pile because I'm good. And then this one, the premise sounds so interesting, but I've tried to read this like 3 times and I've never really gotten into it. So I think that's my cue to unhaul this, even though it sounds amazing. Shadowhunters Codex. And you guys tell me, like, do I have to read this? Like, do I have to read this page, like, cover to cover to consider this read? Or can I just kind of put it on my bookshelf? Because I skimmed through it a couple times. Like, if you don't know what the Shadowhunter Codex is, it's like, Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter Chronicles. This is the codex that Clary uses, and it has Clary and Jace and all the other Shadowhunter use for like their worlds, and it has like little notes from Jace and Clary and all that good stuff. So like I'm like, should I keep this on my unread shelf or should I put this on my read shelf with the rest of my Shadowhunter stuff? And my last one that I'm probably definitely gonna keep is this, The Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy, which is something I haven't read cover to cover, but I flip through it every once in a while because it's just like super cute. Books right here, I'm definitely gonna unhaul. So yeah, I'm probably gonna give these to my friends. These books right here, because I'm truly like stuck on if I should keep them, and they're these 2 are part of a series and these 2 are part of a series. So should I keep these or should I like try and read a chapter, and then if I don't like the book from the first or second chapter, like should I just unhaul them? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna go quickly put my books back on my bookshelf, and I'm gonna do a quick peek in so you guys can see what my bookshelf looks like now. So just give me a second. I apologize for the shaky video and the terrible lighting, but this is basically how it's done. So up here is just some series that I haven't read yet. On this side, it continues with the series I haven't read from here, and this goes with the books I'm currently reading. This is the pile. I just rested it right here for now, but I'm going to move it. This is the pile of books I'm definitely going to get rid of. For this one, I'm probably going to put this back on my mom's shelf. For this, these 2 I'm going to put back on my, like, the family shelf. And this one, and this one, I'm probably going to give away to my friends. Or this one I might give to my mom, because she likes detective books sometimes. She's weird with her reading. That's a picture of my friends at Six Flags and I. So these are just some of the single novels. So just if it's a single book and it's just one novel, one book, they're over here that I have not read yet. Obviously, that's why it's my TBR shelf. And then over here, really quick, I just have, these are the books that I might get rid of. So I have them stacked in one little corner. And I'm going to probably do a, what's it called? One of those tags, the tri-chapter tag from this one, Iron Skin, Shadow Blue, and Broken Circle, because Copperhead and Renegade Red are sequels. And then down here, it's a little bit more miscellaneous because it's kind of stuck. So I have the Fangirl's Guide to the Galaxy, which I kind of have on display. Then I have the African trilogy up here. Then some of these, a manga, this dictionary I have to have for medical assistant class. Then the driving manual and the folklore of Nova Scotia. And then the Sheriff from the Codex, just because it's kind of tall and I don't think it really fit up here anywhere. I'm just going to have that down here. And then lastly, at this super awkward angle, I have my AP chemistry book, my AP calculus book, medical assistant book with the book that goes with it, a book that I started filling out my biology textbook printed out, and then my diploma for middle school. So just quick overview of all the shells and kind of what they look like. Yeah, so this is like a really quick updated TBR shelf tour. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. Guys, say hi to Broadway. He's just being precious right now, and I just love him. Like, this is his little tank. He's so tiny. Like, this is my finger. He's so tiny, and he has this huge, like, 10-gallon tank. Ignore his dirty. Turtles are very messy pets. But this is Broadway, and he's just being precious. Hello, baby. I think he just woke up, so he's kind of sad. Hello, baby. Broadway. Broadway. I love you. Yeah, that's it. So if you guys really like this video, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna set up the tripod again just to close out. But if you guys like this video, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'll be sure to do a TBR shelf updated tour. I'm personally not gonna I'm not gonna clean out my red bookshelf, which is the bookshelf over there, my large one, because I really do want to have a large book collection. But when it comes to books I'm gonna bring in, I want to make sure that I'm going to enjoy all of them. Therefore, my TBR shelf will always be clear. That way I don't have to worry about my red shelf being full of books that I really don't want to read. So if you guys like this video and you like videos like this, where I'm just kind of sitting down talking to you guys or cleaning out, because I love unhaul videos, please let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys yeah, okay, so if you guys have done this or you have seen other TBR videos or unhaul videos, leave them down below in the comment section, because I love watching unhauls. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe down below. My name's Sierra. You're watching C2 Bookish. I'll see you guys later. Bye.